Frank come out and do what he needs to do to be the best version of himself.
Be real. Let's be real. Okay, for starters, in 2017, do you know what Tank was doing? Tank became world champion.
Boxing professionals have reacted terrifyingly after Gervonta Davis almost hit Frank Martin. Frank, come out and do what he needs to do to be the best version of himself. Some of them have claimed it's just a harmless mind game, while others believe Dant Davis should quit the unnecessity that Lev right there. Let's be real, okay, for starters, in 2017. Do you know what Tank was doing? Tank became world champion. No boxing fan can disagree with the fact that the fighting atmosphere has taken over, and the whole world of boxing has gotten into a fighting mood ahead of this weekend's showdown. Right there, hell, no right. Interestingly, Gervonta Davis was the one to set the pace for other fighters during yesterday's press conference. Following the presser, the two boxers engaged in a tense stare-down, jawing at each other. That's when Tank Davis feinted at Frank Martin and got him into defense mode, which cracked a good laugh for Davis. And that was how Gervonta Davis welcomed his opponent, Frank Martin, into their fight week, after missing the grand arrival on Tuesday. As a result, boxing professionals have expressed their shock at Gervonta Davis's move. Two of boxing's biggest breakout stars will headline a PBC on Prime Video pay-per-view card this Saturday in Las Vegas, as Gervonta Tank Davis and David Benavidez return in a pair of high-profile fights. Dant Davis, who has 29 wins in all 29 fights, with a 93% knockout ratio of 27 knockout victories, will snap a 14-month layoff when he defends his World Boxing Association lightweight title in the main event against top contender Frank Martin, who has 18 wins in all 18 fights, with 22 knockouts. The MGM Grand Garden Arena will also be home to a must-see bout in the 175 pounds division, as David Benavidez, with 28 wins in 28 fights, with 24 knockout victories, moves up in weight to face former champion Alexander Jick, with 20 wins and a loss with 16 knockout victories. It's Tank against the world, or at least that's the way it has felt over social media in recent months. Nobody know at 29 Tank remains one of the sport's biggest stars, despite making his return to the ring for the first time since knocking out Ryan Garcia in their blockbuster showdown in April 2023. Davis served time in prison to close the calendar year, and for a stretch found himself out of boxing's day-to-day limelight. The time away appeared to build a sizable chip upon his shoulder, as fighters like Garcia returned to the spotlight, thanks to an upset of Davis's fellow 140 pounds title holder and former undisputed lightweight King Devin Haney. In Mother, from the dismissive attitude he showed toward Martin in their kickoff press conference, in May, to his multiple tussle online with fellow elite fighters, including lightweight title holder Shakur Stevenson. Davis has displayed an unmistakable longing to remind the boxing public exactly who he is. Davis has even traded barbs with former promoter Floyd Mayweather Jr., along with former unified welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr., who promotes Martin as a revenge for Spence picking Davis's opponent to win. Davis has emerged through training camp in the best shape of his career and brings an extra level of danger to the fight, given the added layer of menacing focus he has brought to the build-up, with the longest layoff of his pro career now behind him, along with added reason to mature into the next level of adulthood. Given his public missteps, it could be time for the very best version of Davis to arrive on Saturday, and he set the stage for it at the press conference on Wednesday. Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin spoke to one another constantly through yesterday's final press conference ahead of their fight on Saturday. When he came up there, he was shaking a little bit, you know what I mean, so he was shaking. So you're seeing him move a little bit, you think he's a little bit apprehensive, talking a little tough yesterday when I ain't come to the other arrival. But today he's shaking up that talking, so I know that Gervonta Davis did not attend yesterday's grand arrivals, but was still sitting talking to the media more than half an hour after they had ended today. At no point did their quarreling look like escalating, but with the event starting 30 minutes after the advertised time, the two niggled away at one another, with Davis only remotely biting when they were asked about their now infamous spar from several years ago. Martin said he clipped Davis, who took exception to that. "I promise you. I'm going to break you up," said Davis at the head-to-head afterwards. They continued Judge with Davis, continuing, "What did you do? Why you so mad? Break you up, I'm tell you. Every time I tell you something, don't it happen. I'm going to step on you," and Martin replied, "I'm going to step over you. We were just talking stuff," said Martin. "That's he is, yeah. That's right, that's right. Do you think your experience? Because you have been main eventing pay-per-view after pay-per-view all over the United States, and really making some huge gates pay-per-views, etc., that your experience is going to play a factor in this fight, of course. It can go however he wants to go. If he acts up, you all going to see him get knocked out. If he comes and acts crazy, he's going to sleep." Davis merely promised a butt whooping. "I'm telling you it's going to hit him, though it ain't going to hit me. It's definitely, especially when I too, definitely. When I touch you, hey, you going to get touched too," according to Frank Martin. He claims he is heading into his fight against Gervonta with a world of confidence, despite going tooth and nail against Artem Haritunian. Last time out, Martin needed a late-round rally and a 12th round knockdown to sneak away with a close win on the scorecards in July last year. "I appreciate everybody coming out to support the fight, you know what I mean." June 15th. Frank Martin can't afford to play with fire against the World Boxing Association lightweight champion Davis on Saturday at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, in a fight that will stream on Prime Video and PFITO.com. People always judge you on your last performance, so I know that has a lot to do with him accepting the fight. "I'm glad they took it. It was right up my alley," Martin told Boxing Scene. "You know, like I said once before, I appreciate Tank giving me this opportunity to come whoop his ass come June 15th. I had to overcome adversity. My body was not working with me. I just had to bite down, push, and dig. I had to get hit with a certain shot. When it's crunch time, I can bite down and get it if I have to." According to DraftKings, Davis is listed as a -700 betting favorite, while Martin is a +450 underdog. "I'm most definitely embracing the underdog role. It's good," said Martin. "It's more motivation than me being the guy that is supposed to take it all. I like that people are sleeping on me and calling me a cherry pick. It's so you know what I mean. He ain't been in there on nobody like me. I'm coming different, you know, when you say everybody is a beatable fighter. And they will see June 15th that he is beatable. He makes mistakes, but he's been able to get away from other fighters. In his last few fights, he's down on the scorecards. Peeve. Khan then lands a big shot to get them out of there. He might not come out and start slow against me. He might start fast. Ki, when you say a push them buttons, I'm a push every button that he got on his ass. Everyone, you know what I mean." So June 15th. Y'all, though Davis has been a slow starter in some of his recent fights, the ending of the script is always the same: a knockout finish. Tank fought twice in 2023, a 9th round knockout against Hector Luis Garcia and a 7th round knockout against Ryan Garcia. "That rehydration clause took a lot out of Ryan," said Martin. "He couldn't do his thing like he probably would have been able to." Tank put on a good performance in that fight. Ryan kept throwing the same competitive combinations, and Tank is known for catching guys and knocking them out when they are doing the same thing. He ain't clip __. He don't even got that much power to clip nothing. What are you talking about, bum ass? __. The Ghost insists he's not spooked by the fellow Southpaw Davis's devastating power. "If you know a guy is cracking, you just have to embrace it. And that's what it is," said Martin. "But you don't want to go in there slug for slug, blow for blow. You have to embrace some shots that are going to land, and you have to take them, bite down, and give it back. To be honest, there hasn't been anybody that I've been in there with where I'm like, damn, they hit, they weren't cracking. I never got hit too clean. Look, y'all got ___. P right you show me Saturday I'm ___. Martin believes he will be the one who is ultimately delivering the debilitating damage. He's promising a knockout performance. You can expect a mind-blowing performance that will shock the world, said Martin. Tank is an explosive fighter. I have my explosiveness. As well, it's going to be fireworks. Beating Tank will open up the doors to everything, many doors that I never thought would be open. I'm just ready to get out there and open these doors that fake __. Show Saturday. Frank Martin also added, we've just got to go 12 rounds. Frank Martin said what he needed to say to sell pay-per-views. Don't slip up, don't run into something, Martin told unbeaten lightweight champion Von Davis on stage. If he does, you're all going to see Von Davis knocked out if he comes in and acts crazy. He's going to sleep on Trent. Where do you feel? Has he gotten under your skin? Or is it just when you fake tough with fewer cameras on? Martin admitted his route to victory as a plus 450 underdog is best taken by outboxing Baltimore's Davis. Yeah, we know he's always getting outboxed by guys, Martin said of Davis, who's been out of the